Welcome to Just Potting Podcast, episode 3. Today we'll be talking about finances. Here with me, I have we'll go from right to left, so you can introduce yourself.
Terrell.
My name's Zach.
Jonathan.
Wayne, brother, 586 Fraternity Incorporated.
Oh, God, nobody asked.
Man, shut up, nigga. Excuse me.
All right. We'll get right into it. First question: Would you have a problem if your wife made more money than you?
No. We not living in the 1900s no more, bro.
Yeah.
It's 2020.
It is what it is.
I kind of want my wife to make more than me.
I want my wife to make more than me too.
Why?
Because you got to think. If they're making more than me, that means they have the mentality, the mindset.
Drive, ambition.
Because
I have a lot of jobs to make some money.
And especially if you're not only, like, if you're not just making
more
it
than
from your
me?
occupation. Like, say you're making it, doing kind of like how we're doing right now, investing and doing all the other sorts. You're doing it like that way, that means you have ambition, drive, you have
You about your money.
knowledge, yeah.
Like you about
You
your
the
money.
right one for me.
Like, for real. Like, I ain't got time for none of the other stuff. Like saying I need this money because I don't got no job. I don't need none of that. No. So to answer your question, no.
Oh, you
All right.
didn't answer your question.
Yeah, you did.
I said-
he said,
Dang, you just don't listen. I said I want my wife to make more than me.
yeah.
I'm not saying I want that, but if she did, I would have a problem with that.
I'm not saying I'm gonna.
different.
I'm not gonna
It's a
rely on
different-
my wife.
like I don't like. That's not I want, but like if she does, I'm proud of you. Like I'm happy for you. I'm not like be jealous. Like you make more money than
but
me.
Until you
It'd be
start
different.
seeing them, when you see them figures, and it's like, oh, she's making a
Different.
million.
She making like
You making 85 and shit. She making 900,000 a year. You like, damn. What am I doing wrong? I thought I had a good job. Like, what the hell?
That's
I
not
thought
really
I
at
was
the
doing
fan.
something right. Well, you making too much.
She's like, all right, I got the bill, baby. I got the bill.
oh my, no, that's like that.
Like, wow.
So I know you had a rough month with your investing stuff, so I got you.
I did.
If that happened in a restaurant, bro, you know how embarrassed that would be?
It's all funny games so you get disrespected.
Nah,
For
real.
You know you can't afford this right now.
Like, babe,
Yeah.
it's the 5-star restaurant.
Yeah, it's
Look what
like-
you doing.
Bro, I wish.
I
swear.
She calmed me down like, you know your salary. Just chill.
Know your place, babe.
Right.
Know your place.
Come on.
You know
your
your
place.
salary.
You know you can't afford that. Imagine she said that in front of like all your boys or something. You
For
gonna be
real.
like,
I got
That's
this.
supposed to
Alright, let's have a talk. Let's have a talk outside real quick.
Right.
Nah, we gotta talk about that. That comment was not warranted, bro.
yeah.
It was not necessary at all.
All right. Question number 2. What is the value of money to you?
0. Don't mean nothing to me.
I ain't gonna say it don't mean nothing, because if I don't got the money, I'm gonna be homeless. So,
Oh,
money means
in
something.
that aspect, yeah. It means
But,
something,
like,
but
I understand what I'm saying.
You need it to live, of course,
Yeah.
but
It's
at the heart of it, you don't really feel like
I need enough to be comfortable.
it's
Let's
just a
say
piece of
that.
paper.
Yeah, doesn't mean that's not real.
Wayne?
I really don't care about money, but like I devote so much time to it and effort to it. But it's really not towards making money. It's more towards how I make the money. So like I care about the steps I do to take it, what I gotta do to make it. I don't really care about money itself.
That's a bit of a bar. Kinda like that. Kinda like that.
I didn't even know
That
this.
hit a little hard.
I like that.
Because like I realized especially when I started making a good amount, like when I was working, I was like, yo, it's just like what difference does it make? I can still get normal stuff. I need food. After that, it's like
Yeah, it's just a number, you know.
Yeah.
it's better if you just work hard you work hard in order to get it, but not actually like caring about the money and stuff.
Money only has a meaning and it only has worth because of basically the government. The government has given worth to money, so that's why we have to make money to live. Think about it. The whole world, if we didn't have to have money and everything was just kind of free, essentially, the world would probably be a lot better place. Of course, some bad things would probably happen, but I think we would all be better off if money wasn't.
Because money
I
leads
think so,
to
too.
power.
If we just
It
traded
would be
everything like how we
power
used
and hierarchies if there was no money.
Definitely.
No, it would still be hierarchy. You gotta think about
Okay.
how it was like 1,000 years ago.
Oh
instead of money, what if they trade goats? Like you had like a lot of goats, then you was like that guy. You feel? I'm not even trying to be funny, but that's just how it works.
True.
So regardless of
People
what
put,
it is,
people would put their worth into something else instead of money.
Okay, but think about like society now. A lot of it is built around money. Like think about like Donald Trump. He has all of his power because from money. Like,
money.
if he didn't have any money, he would not be.
He became president because
I
of
don't even
money.
think he has that much money.
I think he does.
I think he
You're
has.
crazy if you
I
think
think
otherwise.
he puts on more than he actually has.
No,
he got that money.
He has money. I'm not saying he doesn't have any money. I'm saying he doesn't have as much as people think he has.
What do you think he has?
I don't know
I'm pretty
the numbers.
confident. No, I'm pretty confident.
I'm pretty
like,
confident that
No,
I think he
but
has more than
what
what
he
people
has.
think he has. Do you not realize somebody like him who
he might be close
who
to
likes
a billion.
that power?
Maybe
Oh, he's
They
been over a
always-
billion. He's been over a billion, bro.
Yeah.
Like he got that money.
Yeah, he's
Billion?
brilliant. I think so.
What?
Trump industry.
Nah,
Yeah,
No.
I
bro,
promise you.
he's yet to release his tax statements. He's.
I wonder why.
That's half the rich people in the
Yeah.
world,
I
bro.
wonder why.
I
That's
wonder
what I'm
why.
saying.
How I
If
know
I'm
this
a
fool
billionaire
got that
and I'm the president, I'm already known enough. What
Because
more
a lot
would it
of it's
hurt?
probably like
money. Well, that was probably laundered.
No,
saying, bro.
literally though, like literally, that's how it is.
Yeah, he
bro.
probably has a lot of under the table
About a lot of
stuff.
sketchy stuff.
But I do
that
not
be
think
going
he's a
on.
billionaire. No way.
If
no
Kanye's
way.
a billionaire, he's a billionaire. I'm sorry.
I was
Yeah,
literally just
definitely.
thinking Kanye has
If
whatever.
Kanye's
he
a
said,
billionaire,
3.3?
he's a billionaire.
Kanye's sitting here selling shoes and
What is
putting
he
out
going
music.
broke? Like a couple
What is
years
Donald
ago,
Trump
though?
doing?
He has a whole
Yeah,
town.
what is
He's
Donald
the
Trump
president,
doing?
bro?
Yeah.
You know how much money he can just funnel in embezzlement, bro? It's like he can do so much stuff with that, bro. He's the president. He can literally take all the government's money if he wanted to under the radar. You know he
I
has the
don't
power
think.
to
I
do it.
don't know.
He
That's
wouldn't
what
do
he
it,
wants
but-
you to think.
Yeah.
Come on, nigga.
No, he
like,
wouldn't
nah,
want
he-
you to think that. What?
He wants you to think he's rich.
Bro, alright, Zach, he is rich, bro. You think he's not rich? He's rich as he said.
I'm the only woke nigga here. Shameful.
This nigga must.
Like you said, it's just a number.
At the end of the day, it is
Yeah,
just a number.
it's
He's
just
gonna die someday
But-
just like us.
Yep.
and that money's gonna go straight to his daughters and sons,
Yeah.
and they're gonna be
That he-
rich as him,
That he
if not
hates.
richer.
He doesn't love his kids. Do you think money changes a person, or do you think money changes the people around that person?
Both.
Oh.
Most definitely both.
Yep.
Like, what?
I was so when I wrote the question, I was thinking about. I'm like, I think it's like an effect. So I think I get the money, it changes the people around me, and I change because of that. Because for the most part, I'm gonna have the same ambitions. I might see things a little differently, but the people around me, they're like, oh, he got a little money now. Okay, I might be able to do this, and with this nigga, I might ask this nigga for this amount of bread. But that's gonna cause me to act differently because I'm like, yo, niggas was asking me for bread back then. I came up on my own. I don't need to give you anything. I don't owe you anything. I might want to, but it's gonna change. I think it changes the person because of the people around them.
For somebody to say that money doesn't change them, they're a goddamn lie. Because, like you said, it's gonna change the people around you, and that's gonna
That's gonna change you. Basically,
Like,
what you
for
just
real.
said. You don't want to hang with no broke nigga. That's what
Like-
you just said.
I didn't say I don't want to hang with no broke
You know
niggas.
how like sometimes you have like a self-actualization feeling. You be like, okay. He's like, dang, I know I have more money than everybody I'm around. That
I'd
bumps.
never
That
have
pumps.
thought
No,
I-
like,
I
I'm
have
saying
way
not
more.
like that.
Who thinks that? You
no,
terrible.
look, none of us had that. We never had that much money. Think about it. Sometimes we have like the best shoes or something. We like, oh, I have better shoes than everybody else. So when you have a lot of money, you're like, dang, I know I have more money than everybody else. You might not think it because you don't have it right now. But once you think like, dang,
But how
I
would
have
you-
more money than everybody in my family, you gonna start thinking a little
How
bit
would you
differently.
know that though?
What do you mean?
Like
You-
knowing
it's gonna
Okay.
show.
Yeah, it's gonna
Eventually
show.
it's gonna
Like
show.
you're gonna know. Like you look at your bank account, like you're gonna be like, okay, most people would never even think about having this much money if you were at that level.
But I don't know.
But at the same time, though, it's like
when people say like money brings out who you truly are. That I think that you might have like an actual deep rooted. That's who you were, and you just never were able to act that way because you didn't have the bread. But I don't think it changes a person. I think it changes a few things, like with the way you have to act. You might I got this now, but at your core, who you are, I don't think it changes who you are.
So you saying
I agree
that the
with
money like is bringing out your true self essentially?
Yeah. So if you were a greedy nigga before, you just probably weren't. You couldn't show that you were greedy.
In different ways you were, but like in terms of money, it just didn't show because you was broke. You didn't have that money.
You basically saying it just amplifies.
You was still greedy
Yeah.
for sure.
I mean, yeah, money
You
need more
disagree
power
with
to
that?
do stuff. So
Wishy-washy topic.
Then say what you thinking.
It's just, I don't know. Like I said, cause it's sometimes when you have something better than somebody in terms of money. Like you have more money, so therefore it's like you have more money that's better than them technically, not really. But it's like back to our shoes. Like you go to school, you have the best shoes in front of everybody else. I mean that would show. But like sometimes you got to think when you have a whole bunch of money, like your head is gonna get blown up regardless. Like it's not just amplifying
Not
who
really.
you are.
Some people are
They're trained in a different way.
exactly.
yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking about two different types of ways. If you worked hard to get your money, like it was a steady, constant growth, like you're growing every day to get that, versus you just literally get in it in a second, like you could become a millionaire.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
two different
you gonna
types
go
of money
crazy.
makers.
Yeah.
So like if you worked hard to it, you're not gonna have a blown up head because like you've been working for this. Like it's
that,
nice
more-
to be
you more
honest.
appreciative
mindset.
of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's that
work
discipline
for it,
mindset.
yeah.
Like somebody like who won the lottery, it's gonna be a whole different mindset.
Yep. They're gonna be broke,
That's why
you know,
I hate
on crack.
lottery, bro.
Yeah.
But
Hate the lottery and inheritance, bro. It's like
But
You heard about-
what you were saying about like if I walk in a room, I know that oh yeah I have better shoes than everybody in here, or if I walk in a room I'm like oh yeah I know I have more money than everybody in here. And some part of your life before you were rich, I'm sure you were looking down because that's a looking down. You're looking down on people. And some part of your life, I'm sure you were probably looking down on people before you didn't notice it as much.
Because it was on a smaller scale.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
It just amplifies things.
it was like I was saying like Jackie Chan. I just read this thing. It was like it was one or two. He's like he's gonna either not give his son any of his money and he has to work for everything and he's gonna give it to charity or
Yeah, I heard he treats his daughter like or something like that.
well you gotta think that's actually good because then it teaches
No,
you
not even like on a,
what?
not
Not
even
like
on a
that.
monetary,
Whoa, time
not
out,
even on
back
a
up.
monetary level. I'm talking about on like an emotional type level. Like,
Oh, that is a different story. I'm thinking about in terms
Treating
of
his
financial.
daughter like
No,
Yeah, like-
okay. I'm thinking about it in
What?
terms of just financially. Like, okay, you're not gonna get any of my money. I don't care. You're gonna get clothes. All
I
this.
can
but you're gonna have to work
understand
for your own
that.
self. That's what I'm saying. I
how
didn't
does he
mean
treat
it
his
like-
daughter like
I don't know, bro.
this is what I heard on Twitter. That's like I stay off Twitter.
Twitter is our news source.
Yeah, I
bro.
heard he treats her like
It is the most unreliable news source.
I haven't been on Twitter in too long.
Twitter's the real news.
But be right on that though.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, I don't.
Let's see that hit and miss on Twitter, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going there.
Could have sworn I read that though.
With my kids,
Don't quote me.
and one of these questions is about that. But with my kids, I've been writing down stuff that I want to teach my kids because I started reading. When I started reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, it made me start thinking about the future a whole lot more, way more. If you haven't read Rich Dad Poor Dad, I recommend you read it. It's a great book, Robert Kiyosaki. But I want to be able to give my kids the keys to success. How do I?
I
word
know what
it?
you're trying to say.
Yeah, I want to give them like the information without giving them the keys, basically. Like
I
you
get what you're saying.
you go form your own key. You go make it for yourself. Like in the
You're
book,
giving them the map.
when at the beginning when they were like go make some money, and what the kids did, they went and tried to actually make money, make actual coins. That's what I want my kids to go make their own money. I want to be able to tell them.
You want to give your kids the map with like no keys or
Yeah.
like no notes of how to get to it.
Yes.
Basically, you know where it is, but
The
you just
map,
got to figure out how to
that's-
get there yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really how life should be, and then it teaches you a lot more to be appreciative when you do get to that.
There's no F to it. It's when you get there.
Man, not for all people.
It's a mindset, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't have that mindset. It's just the honest truth.
So here's a good question that I had. What do you think could have been said to your younger self to get you to invest or put your money into smart places earlier in your life? Like in middle school or
How much
something.
earlier? Like, what do you want me to do?
You said middle school, high school.
Like middle school. When I was thinking, so I'll let y'all think a little bit. But when I was thinking about it, I'm like, I couldn't answer the question initially because I'm like, because I know I was shared with like, okay, yeah, you should probably invest. You should do this. Be smart with your money. Don't just like as soon as you get your check from work, go spend it at the mall on something. Like, basically, don't have instant gratification. That's what it is. But as a kid, we can work younger now. So having that much money, you think it's a lot of money, but having that much money, you want to be instantly gratified, especially if your parents haven't treated you to everything, you're gonna treat yourself to some things.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so since I've known, I've always never, like, whenever I get money, I've always worked so hard to get money, but I never really spent it. Like, I would literally spend it to make more money. I always been on the money tip in terms of just entrepreneurial. I never ever cared about buying certain things. I literally bought expensive shoes cheap and then wore them a couple times and then sold them for more. And I bought, like, I'll show them off, but then I still know my value for it and then sell it. I never really care about that stuff. So at a young age, I always had it. So I wouldn't change anything in terms of just telling myself, like, younger, because, like, what you really need to tell, like, children is how to learn how to make it. Not to start, like, it's no point in starting making those investments early when you don't understand why. I mean, it's good for, like, a parent to do that for you, but, like, as a kid, you're not going to start thinking, let me hold, like, a lot of kids do not know, or, like, say we're, like, 16, you're not going to know how to, or why you're putting this money away. Like, you're a kid, you want to enjoy stuff. I mean, I normally
teach them that.
I want that video game, you feel me? That's what you're saying. You're like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I want something that instantly gratifies me, something that I could do right now.
Yeah, so I wouldn't go back and tell myself I need to start investing, because I probably wouldn't to this day.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like, I'm going to start investing back in it. This is the perfect time for me
Even
now.
if I was told, I still would have done it.
That's exactly what I was saying. I'm like, I don't think there's anything more you could have said to me to get me to change what I was doing with my money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if I was told about it, I would have been like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, I'm not
going to
I
invest.
I want the new Madden. Like, what's up? Like, I don't want that.
Yeah, it
I
took
was young. I'm still young, but I mean, like, I'm more aware now. So, of course, I'm gonna do it now. Like you were saying, it's the perfect time. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
perfect time.
Like, this is perfect. Like, this whole quarantine. Well, I know me for sure. I'm pretty sure they had. Literally, I spent the past 4 months just strictly learning about money, and there's no need. There's really no need for you to even make money until you learn about money itself. Like, people spend their whole time trying to make money, but really don't know what money truly is.
or working for somebody else, making somebody else rich.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what we're growing up to do. I mean, till you realize that it's so
many opportunities in this world.
Around that.
It's so many ways.
I'm making your own money. Like,
Is
so many other ways.
That's a whole other thing I get into.
Question number 5. What is financial literacy to you?
I would say financial literacy to me is being able to be comfortable in my own skin and having money to do for others. Yeah.
I don't think I was gonna say something like that.
That's what it means for me. Whether it be like your friend, sister, son, daughter, mother, grandmother, it don't matter.
Yo, I wanna say that, but it's like, bro, I wanna be able to help somebody that truly needs it, but sometimes people will realize that you have it and just wanna take it. They don't work for it themselves. I definitely want to be there to help somebody and, like, get them on the right track. But it's like, I was literally just at a Chris Tucker show. It was like 2 years with my mom, and he was basically like, family members, when you get rich, it's like, dang, they always asking for money everywhere you go. Like, family they asking for money. It's like, just because you have it, they work for their money. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't want to just. That's a good answer. Like, I would give it to, like, homeless and, like, charities and stuff. It's harder to give it to, like, family, unless you really, it sounds jacked up, but, like, because sometimes the people close to you want to just snag up, like, oh, he got it, you know what I mean, he got money, like, in college, like, I would be buying everything for people. You remember, I was buying everything, it's like, oh, you ain't got, a lot of times, that was me being generous, but then remember how you start to realize people start taking advantage.
True.
Yeah, like, people start coming around just taking drinks and stuff, like, it's like, soon you gotta think, like, no.
I don't have a problem with giving people stuff, like, even if I feel like they are taking advantage of me. But
no, he got a good point.
No, I have no problem.
That's their problem.
That's something they have to deal with. I'm not saying I'm gonna. He keep coming around asking for $1 million. I'm not gonna keep giving it to him. But I'm saying if they ask, I will give, even if I feel like they're taking advantage of me. It's not gonna be continuous. Like, oh, just keep coming back. Yeah, I got you. Nah, it's not like that.
As a cutoff point for sure. Like, after a while, I'm gonna be like, yeah, nah, like, you no more of that. And that happens. That's when they say, like you tell them. Oh, no one. So what's gonna happen? They they're crazy about you. Like, you phony. Like, I told somebody no one time. Like, that happened to me before.
But you can like
I told somebody no one time, and they be like, "No, you phony, you fake." I'm like, bruh, like, I give you all this, and I tell you no one time, and that's how you gonna be. Like,
that's how people be. Ridiculous. No one time.
But it's like, real know I do this. It's like, I have a thing where I try to like give advice. Sometimes my advice might be spoken out wrong, but like I always try to say something to just get somebody to level up a little bit. You know what I mean? So like,
if you sharing with somebody, if they so called taking advantage of you, you sharing with them. Every time you share with them, you could be spitting a few words like, "Yo, I see this. This is how I perceive how you're acting towards me, and let me share with you a few ways. This is how you could make some bread. Let me put you on."
Yeah, give money with a lesson, yo. Honestly, yeah. Don't just be giving money just cause they your mans or your mom, dad, whatever. Give it.
They gonna be sheep getting led to the slaughter.
Yeah. And they're gonna keep coming back for more.
I didn't say what financial literacy was. Financial literacy for me is just it's basically generational wealth, not only for me but fam, everybody that I come in contact with. I just want to be able to share whatever I know, whatever knowledge I have. I want to be able to share it and get basically help his family get rich, have his family get rich, and make sure that his grandkids can eat off of the rest of the family. Whatever. I had that worded differently in my head.
Not even rich though, bro. Cause that's totally. I feel like rich is so short term. In my opinion, like you want to get wealthy, like rich, like that's such a short term thing. Like rich was like $1 million thing. You can look at that in a year, like if even that. So, like,
I feel like when I get to the point where I have a certain amount of money, I'm gonna keep on wanting more. So I'm never gonna even think I'm gonna be at the point where I thought I wanted to be. Let me explain that. So like, say I'm thinking about I want to be like a millionaire, right? Say if and when I do become a millionaire, I'm like, dang,
here.
I have all these assets / liabilities I have to keep working for. I don't even realize that I'm a millionaire, so I'm gonna keep working to it. Not even realize I already reached my goal. So like, it's gonna be like
I hit my goal. I didn't even know, but that's the way I look at life. Like, you know, I don't give myself credit for when I achieve something. Like, I just kind of look past it. I'm like, okay, I achieved it, but I don't even feel like I achieved it. Just move on to the next thing, not even really giving myself credit. So when I do hit that, when I hit that $1 million mark, it's like, okay, keep pushing. We got here. It was a long journey. We might be happy for a little bit, but we got to move on to the next one. Let's get a Billy.
Like, I'm definitely
like we got to start realizing, like, that's been my problem. I always just start to talk to people. It's like, okay, you did one thing. What's the next thing? And I realized that has its pros and its cons. I mean, it keeps you keep moving, you know what I mean? But sometimes you really do got to look back and just realize, okay, I worked hard to get to this. I went through a lot to get to this, not even realizing. But sometimes you got to sit back and take it all in and realize everything you've done to get to that moment. Even if it's like, okay, working out, you lost 5 pounds. Okay, you've been gaining pounds for the past 3 months, and you finally lost weight for the first week. So
it's like you look how far you came, you might as well keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like when you look back, you're like, dang, I got this far. I might as well keep going, and then just keep going over and over and over.
Keep your eyes on the journey.
Ain't no stopping now.
Yeah. Okay. Question number 6. What is investing to you?
Losing money.
That's part. No, that's a part of it though.
Yeah,
like if you come into investing expecting like instant money, like
you're not gonna be a millionaire.
It's not for you. Like you're gonna be real surprised.
Patience.
Like you need $100 out of nowhere. You're like, yo, that's the money. Like, yeah, that's part of investing, bro. That's literally what it is. It's a gamble.
Slapped in the face.
You know what?
Like,
investing to me it's a life skill. I believe you have to know some sort of investing to be successful in life, because one, you need to have your money in something, because even if you're the richest person, where's your money at? Like, where is it sitting? You don't want to just have your money sitting in a bank collecting interest, or so they say. You want to be able to put your money somewhere and make your money work for you. If you have $1, that's an asset. Make that dollar make another $1 for you. It's quite simple.
You got $1, make 10.
I would say investing teaches you a lot of discipline.
That's got to.
Y'all
know about that.
We're in a group, right? So when this group gets bigger and we make like social media handles for it and actually grow and we decide and learn more, we'll talk more about this. But one thing I learned, and I also saw a post on this, like a lot of people, like you said, you'll study all your life to become a doctor, study your whole life to become a lawyer, study your whole life to become, up in the class type of things. But people expect to get investing immediately without learning anything. Like, you have to study investing. Like, you have to understand what to invest in, not just because, oh, this company might be low, this is my favorite company. No, you have to learn what investing is. You have to learn how to invest. And
learn when to invest.
Yeah, learn when to invest. You have to learn so much. It's like, you have to spend time learning. And, like,
it takes a lot of time.
We all
takes
know.
a lot of time.
We got anything.
We learned the hard way.
We got anything. All right,
like,
yeah. It's investing. Like, everybody says invest. I'm gonna finally invest. Like, no, we got hit hard. You know what I mean?
I guarantee you, if you put the time in, though, it'll
it's
pay
gonna
off.
Yeah, like you're gonna see. You're like, oh shoot, like, all right, you're gonna wake up at 9:00 or 9:30, and you see that kind, you're like, oh, what the hell happened? Like, you're gonna be like, oh shoot. And like it worked. Like,
damn, I just made more than I would make in my job in a month.
Nah, seriously, man.
One day.
Seriously. So many ways, bro. Just from stocks alone, you can make some. It's literally, you can get money from dividends. You can get money from literally trading. Get money from day trading. Get money from option trading. You get money from I said the main things. So like
crypto,
that's just
all of that.
That's just stocks, and then you can literally have all your other investments. You can have properties. You can have retail. Rental
properties.
Yeah, rental properties. You have so many ways to make passive income, and those are just the temporary ways and the ways everybody knows about. But there's so many other like, what type of industries like Alaska? Y'all can't see this. Let me show you. Oh shit. Something like this, right? Somebody is selling this. This is something I work out with. Somebody is selling rubber. Literally, something so cheap. And this might be nothing to you, but
less than 3 cents.
Yes,
and
they're selling this.
Like $20, literally.
Like, people, if you can create something that you don't even realize people need, it's all about finding out what people need. This is something people need, and somebody capitalized on this, and they're making money. Same with ramen noodles. You think that little cheap little ramen noodle packet is nothing? They making millions.
Came out with a different company.
Yeah, the black
Master
P.
Yeah.
I didn't know who it was.
Support that, but the misconception is most people have a misconception is some people they think it's hard to get into investing.
It's easier than ever.
Very easy. You can do it straight from your phone.
Bro.
Any ideas that you have
phone.
investing, if you think, okay, maybe I want to get into property, maybe I want to sell some rental property, or maybe I just want to flip something. You can look at it online. You can figure out what you want. I'm telling you, if y'all go read Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, it'll change your whole mindset on how you look at life, the way you invest, how you carry yourself, all of your money, everything.
I'm telling you, there's steps. Like, you have to change your mindset. Like, learn it through my walk with God. Like, you have to. Everything is through your mindset, and you have to think correctly. Thinking correctly is the key. If you don't think correctly, you're never gonna have it right. Same with stocks. If you don't think correctly in terms of learning how to invest, you're never going to invest correctly. Like, you're going to lose money. Then you're going to shy away from ever investing again.
Yeah.
It's just simple mechanics. You got to learn about it, change your mindset, and you're going to go from there. But most people don't take that first initial step or realize that they need to take that first step, and they never going to go anywhere with it.
Would you say that learning is the hardest part about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, learning's fun to me.
I mean,
if you want to do it,
it's hard if you don't like learning, literally. Yeah. But like, for me, it's not hard because like I'm learning like towards something that's gonna make me money, and I know it's gonna make me money, so it's not hard at all.
It's something that we want to do. So learning is the best part of it for us. Like, once we hit whatever goals that we do have, that's probably just gonna be secondary to the learning process. But the learning process is definitely the hardest. But I'm not gonna put a timetable on it. But if you put a few months into learning, you just take 20 to 30 minutes out of your day every day for a good 3 months learning it, you'll be good. You'll learn a whole lot more than some of the people that are already in the investing world. What can people our age, like basically 19 to 21, with like our types of funds, do to make money?
That's a good question.
Whatever your mindset is willing to like allow you to do, you can do anything you want to with your money. It's all in your mindset, bro. Like if you have the mindset that's saying that like I'm gonna work a 9 to 5 and that's it, like that's all you'll be doing. But like if you have a mindset saying like I'm getting out there 6 a.m. I'm gonna be like hustling all day grinding. Then you're gonna make all types of money because that's your mindset. Like Harmony, like look at that man, bro. Like he's really doing his thing, bro. Like he's really driven.
He
like
found
that.
his passion.
Like he found like
When you
what
find,
he wants to do.
I'm telling you, when you find your passion, people gonna see you differently. You just gonna you just walk differently when you find your passion.
What you were saying about the 9 to 5 stuff, though, I feel like you can have a 9 to 5, but at the end of the day, I feel like it's where you put your money. I'm saying,
Very true.
I feel like it's not the type of job that you have, your occupation. It's what you do with your money when you leave and you clock out.
You can have, hey, that's very true. Hey, that 9 to 5 that you have, it can literally fund anything else you want to do. It's how you spend your money. Like you can be like, all right, I get a 9 to 5. All right, that's $1,000 check. I put $100 into stocks, and I make the money that way. Like it's all how you
You
work
end up
it, bro.
doubling your money. You know what I'm
And
saying?
what I think I remember one of the Instagram posts. The picture that I saw on Instagram, it was on one of those investors pages, and it was like, you can, if you have the vision to start your own business, or you have the vision that you want to basically work from home, or you don't even really want to have a business, but you just want to make money on your own, you can work your 9 to 5, work your regular job, and then from 6 to 12, you're working on whatever you need to work on so that you don't have to work that 9 to 5 for 20 years or whatever, 20 to 30 years or whatever it is that you would get a pension off of. So you putting in that, 6 to 12, you'll get almost as many hours as you got training for whatever job you're working at, your 9 to 5, and then you'll be more experienced in whatever you're doing for that 6 to 12, that you'll be able to quit your 9 to 5, have the money that you got from your 9 to 5, and use that to invest in yourself instead of making your boss money or whoever you're working for money.
With investing, one of the ways I learned to get into it is, like I said earlier, you change your mindset. So first thing as advice, literally, go on your Instagram, unfollow people who just, if you're a guy, unfollow all the models that just show their butt. All that toxic stuff, literally. And change that toxic stuff to positive stuff and what you want to do. So start following, if you want to invest, start following people that who are your idols. Gotta be messing up my saying, boy. I'm kidding. But you gotta follow your role models. You gotta follow the people who know what they're doing in investing. You gotta follow investing pages. People who are
going
constantly
to feed you what
you need, not feed you toxic stuff that's
give
just
you the tools you need to succeed, bro.
Yeah.
Literally. All the pages on Instagram, there's so many pages out there, bro. It's literally infinitely like pages on Instagram that just teach you hella content for like free, bro. Like just it's so much content on Instagram.
That really makes me think. Instant gratification is truly a problem, because like most people our age, they won't put their money into something that if they're gonna put their money into something that's gonna give them more money back, if it's not something that's gonna get them like 100% or more on their investment immediately, they're not gonna put their money into it because they're not patient. They don't want it. It's sad. You hate to see it.
Yeah.
After this, we're gonna give y'all some investing tips.
Do you
Locking your own blessing, buddy.
question number? I think this is question number 8. Do you believe that one of the worst things that teens do nowadays is delay the principle of delayed gratification, which is basically, do you think one of the things that hurts teens the most is buying expensive things now instead of putting that money into what can work for them for the future?
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like, cause like when you want to buy something that, like right then and there, but when like you can buy it, you'll have it. But when you work for it, you probably won't even want to let that money go, because you're appreciative of it more, so you'll be more smart with it. So you might not buy that same item that you would have bought if you had that money right then and there. But if you worked for it, you'll probably buy something smarter, maybe something that can help you make more money, or maybe something that you might need but not want. You know what I'm saying? Instead of buying, like, if you didn't have shoes, you wouldn't buy the Jordans. You know what I'm saying? If you worked for the money. But if you didn't work for the money, you probably would buy the Jordans. Like, if you work for the money, you'll probably buy something else, like, I don't know, some cheaper Nikes.
to that point, it's like, I think it's if you see the value in your work.
Yeah.
So if you're working at McDonald's and you just you're frying some fries and you just drive through, you working that five nights a week. I'm sure none of us really see any value in doing that unless you're maybe working to run the McDonald's franchise that you're working at. I don't think anybody really sees any value in that. But if you're working at something, if I get, let's just say for example, I'm working at a nursing home, I'm putting my time in at the nursing home, I get that check back, and I immediately take that part of that check, I invest it somewhere that makes me more profit on what I just put in, and then I use the profit that I get there, and I maybe go out and buy some shoes, go treat myself.
Yeah.
That's what you should be doing. If you want to treat yourself to something, maybe have a reason to treat yourself, because just working for somebody else and getting a check, that's not no reason to treat yourself. It's really not.
So there's two things. Little thing, I worked as a plumber my whole summer before I went to college, 2018. So I was working 10-hour shifts, like 50 hours a week, like 48 hours a week, 10-hour shifts. And the only thing I bought after the whole summer of working, I literally only bought a pair of Yeezys at the end of the summer. There was $400, but I didn't buy nothing else. So I barely bought food. I didn't buy anything. It was like, okay, I never really had instant gratification like urges. So I'm the type of person. A lot of people in society are materialists. So like they want shoes, clothes. Everybody knows I don't care about clothes. I don't care about none of that stuff, because it's like, what? How's that possibly gonna benefit you? I like to vacation, so my money will go to vacationing and stuff I can make memories from. I like putting my money into stuff you can make memories out of, or stuff I can make investments out of. So those are what I show high ideals to. A lot of people, they'll put money into belts just to show off. For what reason? I don't know. It literally does nothing for you to own a belt that you could probably only wear every once in a while, or shoes. You know what I mean?
That you wear in the pictures, literally, like you just like wear them in the pictures.
Yeah. So I mean,
that's all you're gonna do with it.
I ain't gonna tell people how to spend the money, but I feel as though, in my opinion, it's best to spend your money for something that can make you lifelong
something
memories.
that can benefit you.
Lifelong memory, in terms of just like gratification, like fun and stuff. Buy stuff that's gonna make you remember something for the rest of life. Buy a vacation that's gonna be the best vacation of your life, instead of just buying a shoe that's gonna impress your friend. But like, people, they like stuff. I understand they like stuff, but you want to
avoid things that will depreciate in value as soon as you buy them.
That too,
and not only depreciate in value money wise, but depreciate value in your head. If I have these shoes, I bought them. As soon as I got them, they were custom shoes. I was hyped. As soon as I put them on, wore them a few times, they're not worth that much to me anymore.
Some regular shoes.
Exactly. So if it depreciates value in your head as it's depreciating value money wise, it's probably not good.
You shouldn't be buying it. Like, it's a bad investment.
I feel like that's a hard mindset to get out of, like showing off for others.
Oh, that's definitely a hard mindset.
Yeah.
It's definitely hard, like
especially in the black community. Not to throw the little race card, but
no, but that's true though. Like that's all you see.
He's molded us to be like that.
You scroll on Instagram for a minute. That's all you see is niggas in Gucci belts and all that. Like,
but you gotta think though,
like, money and shit. Like, that's all you see.
We never really had that type of stuff. So like, yeah, it
Who
all goes back to the roots.
do black people see at the top? Rappers, all of this. So if that's why some niggas think, okay, the quickest way for me to come up, let me make some music. It's a good way to come up, but it's too many niggas out here making music for you to think you're gonna be the
market is too oversaturated now with rappers. Like, every nigga in Baltimore is a rapper. Every nigga I know, literally. Except you niggas. I don't know about one. He might be one too. But like,
he got SoundCloud.
Like,
that was 2013, buddy.
Whoa, he was rapping on SoundCloud.
I was
rapping
definitely
with,
joking.
what's the name?
You was rapping?
What's the
It
name?
was Marvin and Chris.
Yeah, Marvin
I
and Chris.
didn't remember that now.
Tell me that wasn't cold, bro.
I got it.
It wasn't cold. It was the worst thing I've ever heard.
I didn't remember that now, bro.
I got it.
I was joking.
That's funny.
It was a remix of Down in the DM. Whenever that came up, 2014. I don't remember when that was.
That was what, like
it sounded like they was sitting.
2016.
I don't know.
2017.
They was sitting at the
this
kitchen
is pretty
table just
recent.
rapping. Bro.
This shit was last year.
This is pretty recent.
It was like junior year. It was like sophomore or junior.
That was like sophomore, yeah, sophomore freshman.
They the same thing.
What y'all talking about?
It was tough.
It was just rap. No, it wasn't tough at all. Sound like
You
y'all
have to
just
knock me down,
It sounded
man.
like y'all sat a phone on the kitchen table. It was just like, yo, let's just freestyle real quick. Let's have some fun.
It wasn't like a song. It was like, all right.
I came out in 2016.
Terrible.
Yeah,
it's only
I was 16.
I knew.
Terrible. What was he talking about?
Writing
Oh,
it down at the end.
so but I think everything goes back to what you're like. If you find value in what you're working for, you'll spend your money that you earn differently.
Mm-hmm.
So if, like I said before, if you're working at a job that you don't really care about, and you're not putting that money into something that you do care about, you're probably gonna end up just keep working at that job. Your checks will keep disappearing. It's not about how much money you make; it's about how much money you keep.
Yeah, you be working paycheck to paycheck.
Whole life.
Yeah, living paycheck to paycheck. Yeah.
And just because you get more money doesn't change your mindset about how you use that money.
Yeah. Definitely though. I feel like people gotta get out of that mindset too. Like, well, I'm ready to get paid again, so it don't matter. I'll buy that shit. That's not a good mindset to have.
Well, I'm getting a raise. I'm good.
Yeah,
like, you're gonna spend
I'll
even
get
more
paid
money
again.
now.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
No,
Friday
more
it
taxes
comes
out
again.
your check now, buddy.
For real.
Yeah. So
Stupid.
gotta get out of that too.
Let's see. Would you rather save all your money, invest some, and save some, or invest all of your money that you get?
Instagram question.
Invest and save. Invest and save. I would do a mixture of it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever a point in my life where I'm gonna invest all my money,
Yeah.
regardless of how successful I am. I'm still gonna I'm saving a portion of that money. I'm not investing all of it at one time.
I want to make
It's just not
I
smart.
don't, but
We gotta
by
make a-
invest, I don't really mean like I have every dollar I have to my name into the stock market or into
Okay.
whatever investments you have. I'm saying like you have it there and you have the mindset. Okay, if something was to come up and I needed to invest, I could invest like all of my bread into an asset that I could possibly have.
Okay.
I'm not saying like I literally have every single dollar I get, give it away to my assets.
Bro, we gotta make like a video
That would be
or
mad.
some beginner steps in order to get into investing, because it's only right. We've been doing. Well, I know I've been learning strictly for the past 4 or 5 months about this.
I
and
told you
it's
we
something.
need to make a video.
But basically, I was just one of the tips. So like, what I'm doing right now, I'm creating my long-term portfolio and basically having like a plan for it. And one of the little small thing I'm gonna do is like every time I get like a paycheck or any income I get, 20% of that is gonna go to that long-term portfolio, and probably another 20 is gonna go to a savings account, and then probably 10% to God, and then the rest for needs and a little bit for wants. It's never really for wants, but that's really how it should be set up. Like literally just fractions. So like 1/4 of every paycheck should go to something important. So and then 1/4 should definitely go to a long-term investment portfolio or a growth portfolio. Dang, we definitely gotta make a video. There's so much to talk about. It really is.
All right. Question number 10. What would you rather do? Work for a company and get $600,000, earn $600,000 over the course of 5 years, and not develop any of your talents, or start your own business and in 10 years you finally see your first 6-figure year?
That's hard. That is hard.
Well, that is a hard question.
Say the second one again.
Start your own business and in 10 years you finally see your first 6-figure year.
I feel like it depends on the situation.
I don't think people understand how long it actually takes for your business to finally pop.
Yeah, I know, but bro, 10 years.
Most businesses fail, in the first 5 years, and then the next half of them fail in the next 5 years.
10 years, I will be fine as of right now, but I'm thinking about some older people. They're like 30s, 40s that start their business. They're not seeing some to 50, 60. That's like, darn, you already old.
Man, my
man.
life's already over at that point.
Mhm.
Like,
So you been
yeah,
working.
That depends on how you look at life.
Are you
My mother, she's about to start a whole new career. Her life is, to me, I mean, financially, she's perfectly fine. She works for the government. She has her jewelry business on the side. That brings in just about the same amount of money.
She sells jewelry.
And yeah,
What type of jewelry?
just jewelry. You can go to her website. It's paparazzi I don't be knowing the exact stuff, but she's going into a whole new career. She went back to school, got a whole new degree for mortuary science. Any reasonable person will be like, okay, I have an electrical engineering degree and I have a master's in something. I forgot what her master's is in, but she has a bachelor's and a master's that deal with electrical engineering. She has a good job at the government that pays well, and she's going into a whole nother business to help people because that's what she thinks the purpose for her life is, and it pays a whole lot less.
A whole lot less?
A whole lot less.
I wasn't expecting him to say that. I thought you were going to say more. Like I said, I was literally about to say, I would literally take either one. Depends. So my mindset could be, say...
It's situational.
Say I were to be... Say my passion was to talk to and empower, impact children's lives. I would definitely consider being a teacher. And I would love going to work every day. I would definitely take that $600,000 in what?
5 years.
5 years? I don't care about that. I don't really care about the money at that point because I'm worried about what I'm my passion. If I had to drive for that every day, but say I would start my own business and literally, I've been thinking about this business since I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like, I've been dreaming about this business, so I literally want to see this business succeed. Of course, I'm gonna go for that, but it all depends on what your mind's at. Like,
yeah, I feel like for me, I feel like it would depend. If I was by myself, I had nobody to take care of, like minimal bills to pay, I would like do the business, especially if I'm young, like a time like now. But if I'm maybe still the same age, but I have people to take care of.
You got a kid, you got a wife, got children.
Yeah, got all that.
10 years, I spend your income.
Yeah, exactly. I would probably go the safe route.
I'm not saying you broke.
And
I'm
take
saying
that
your business sees
$600,000.
your first 6-figure year after 10 years.
Yeah,
okay,
no,
that's a lot of
Business is
turbulence.
You gotta think though.
that's not a for sure thing.
are you saying?
Because
like 100,000 in revenue.
Yeah,
and that don't mean that it's gonna be profit.
Yeah,
Saying
so
100,000
much. Like,
in
your
your
overhead-
pockets. In your pockets, 600K is what you take home at your job.
Is that
in
a
5
year?
years.
Oh,
$100,000 after 10 years in your pockets.
After 10 years, like you saying that.
I'm not saying
in
you
that
don't
10
make
years,
anything.
I get 100K.
No,
What if
I'm
rather than
saying
10 years, Corona hit? No.
Oh man.
Yeah, bro, there's so many factors.
Yeah, I feel like the safer
You
route
can't
would be
hold
taking
you
that
back, though.
600.
I mean, that's always a safer route, but like
The
that's
safer route
always a
is-
safer route.
Yeah.
But my optimism and just drive, if I were to have that business, I'm like, I don't care about the money. I'm working hard every day, and I know sooner or later I'm going to get it. Even if that time never comes, it's all about hope. My mindset is I'm working hard every day, it's going to pop, whether I make the money or not. As long as I'm working hard to build it, it's going to get done.
I
Even
feel
though
like,
it never does. My mind's always been thinking,
That's probably one of the best things to have in life is hope.
yo, who was that?
That's one of the strongest.
Who you know what I'm talking about? What was it?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
It was,
But I remember. I can't remember what it's from, but he was definitely on. He said hope is one of the strongest things. That's why we had to eliminate it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, bro. I gotta find what it.
Yeah.
So you give people hope, they can do anything.
Oh, it was like the truth. It was like, what's only thing better than the truth is hope. Somebody could know the truth but still have hope, and it's just think about that. Like if you have hope, hope is way stronger than the truth. Because you can know the truth, but it won't make a difference. If you have hope towards something, it will always be an impact on your life. But that's a whole different story.
Do you believe money is the root of all evil?
Yes,
Don't-
sir.
Oh yeah.
Do you
No doubt.
no? Do you believe the love of money is the root of all evil?
The love?
I mean, I feel like it's one and the same.
Yeah, that's what I was
love
trying to
it-
say. It's like it's the same thing.
It's not. Do you believe if I said, do you believe money is the root of all evil? That's just like, okay, money is evil itself. If I say, do you believe the love of money is the root of all evil? That means if you love money, that's the root of evil. Money itself can be evil.
You sound
It's
like
kind
the
of
root-
money's
the root
kind of
of
like
his
a knife,
evil?
bro. If you use it for the right reasons, of course it's gonna be good.
It could help you,
But-
or it could hurt you.
You can definitely stab somebody with some. You know what I mean? It's all about how you use it.
Stab yourself.
Somebody could love knives for hurting people in a knife, right? It could easily kill somebody. Easily. You know, if somebody's intention for a knife to kill somebody, they're gonna kill somebody. But if the intention for a knife is strictly to use it to cut food and just what it's used to
The
be
right
for,
things.
money is not meant to be evil. Money is supposed to be
Like
basically
sex.
what?
He's right.
I know, but jeez, come on, man.
That was a far left turn for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, very.
But yeah, that is very true.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Do you believe money can buy happiness?
Hell no.
You can buy me that Hellcat. I'll be happy then.
Yeah.
No lie, bro. I can't wait till I get
I'm
mine.
gonna be happy.
Hit that gas.
Like, I'm gonna be happy then. Like,
All right, but imagine like in a scenario, you know what I'm saying? You could have passed up on having a family versus the Hellcat. You're gonna be having fun, but you're gonna be lonely in that Hellcat.
why would I pass up on having a family though? Like, if I could.
You
Like,
taking a family over the Hellcat?
Yeah, family with a Hellcat. Like if you were selfish, you know what I'm saying? If you were selfish, you pick the Hellcat.
Yeah, obviously. But I'm saying, like, I feel like
Are you picking your family over the Hellcat?
Yeah.
that's an unrealistic thing, though. Like,
Niggas
like,
not answering the question.
No, obviously the answer is no. Like, I'm not no.
All right, basically, like
Nah.
which one would make you happy? Having a family or having a Hellcat?
I mean, obviously a family, but
Is it obvious?
yeah,
That's
that's
it.
it.
It's just for the camera.
No, I want a family,
I
but
mean,
like,
for having family stuff.
Yeah,
you don't
but
get
it's-
too
I
many
feel like
problems
it's
out of the
gonna be
Hellcat.
easy.
I feel like the Hellcat is short-term happiness because something could definitely happen to the Hellcat.
I
Bro, the
got,
thing is,
I
bro,
got a mechanic.
when, like my Infinity, for example, bro, every time I hit that gas,
Yeah.
bro, it was just, I'm like, whoo.
Do something, I do
Yo,
something to
it's,
you.
yo, picture
It's
a Hellcat
exhilarating.
hitting that
Do
gas
something
and that
to you.
acceleration, bro.
The wheels spinning.
That's like going on a roller coaster, bro. I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
for real.
every time you drive,
take
anytime
off.
you want.
No, for
Nah,
real.
I can't wait to have me one. That's
That'd
what
be
that'd be one of my
crazy.
goals to buy. That or a motorcycle.
But you can't even like when you going that fast in the Hellcat, you can't hit no sharp turns or you like you can't
Oh, hell
like
no.
the wheel can't move that much or you
I care more
You're
about
dying.
that jet, that first acceleration.
yeah the takeoff. That
Off the
much
lot for
time.
real. In that right turn.
And then that can be dangerous too because if you spin out,
oh, you lose control. How you
Yeah.
gonna head into a guardrail or anything?
I'm saying
I saw a
so-
video of that.
So hitting that
Yeah,
gas straight
it was
like
a
that ain't
Mustang.
good.
He was at a red light. He mashed the gas pedal. Wheels were spinning. The thing was out of control. He couldn't control the wheel. Like he couldn't control nothing.
He
Then
lost
June, boom,
Too much
fucked
torque.
up into the
Bro,
guardrail.
bro, there was this sweet car from Security Boulevard. I said, yo, roll down the window. I said, nice car, bro. He said, oh, thank you, cuz. As soon as the light turned green, he said, shoo, turned it. Bro, his car almost flipped. He was trying to show it, but the car said, shoo. I said, oh my god, oh my god. He literally caught balance. It was this close to tipping over just because he
You
was trying
always
to show.
do some that. I always be killing niggas.
Oh, big.
But it was crazy. I'm like, yo, I literally just trying to give him a compliment. I didn't even expect him to speed
Yeah,
race
you
and
Show
almost
shit.
killed
off
him.
like that. Yeah,
Oh, he
I
almost,
mean,
yo,
yeah.
he this close to tip. He said, I said, damn.
What kind of car
Some
was
woman
It
almost
was
lost
like
her
it
husband.
looked like a
that
kind
day.
of Infinity, like a lower one, like a coupe, but I don't know.
it? We probably had G37.
It was sweet though. It was like, and then had fire coming out like this.
Oh, you got to fire out the pipes.
Yeah. I was like,
That shit definitely
Yeah,
tough.
getting one of those that'd be nice. Yeah, like that too, man.
but I promise, like back to like investing. Like if we were to, like having those goals of getting a Hellcat or a motorcycle, I have no desire to get anything else until I can strictly be able to buy that Hellcat.
You know, like if I can purchase like a liability times 2, like then you shouldn't be getting it because it's not a wise investment. Like a car in general is not a good investment. But the thing is, like of course it's something you want or you need. So you like of course like okay, I'm gonna get it. But if if you can't afford that thing twice, it's not a good investment to make. Like like it's not good.
What
You
I
can't
say
afford it.
is, when I get down the road, at least, because it's definitely not true right now. But when I have a asset in my asset column that is worth 2 times what I'm purchasing, that's when I can feel free to purchase without worrying about finances, any of that. So if I'm going to purchase a car, if the car costs $30,000, if I have an asset that's worth $60,000, I'm like, okay, I have nothing to worry about. Something goes wrong, Corona happens, I can't work, I can afford more than the car, so I won't even have to worry about my car payments, anything. You always want to make sure, basically, have your own insurance.
A whole backup plan.
Pretty much.
That's it.
Watch. I'm gonna probably work to get like a Hellcat or something, whatever. Probably motorcycle. But like once I get there, I'm gonna feel like okay, I'm gonna go by that rule. Like, all right, I worked to get here and I've worked really hard, but I'm like okay, I need to work a little harder before I actually get this, because it's like that's a huge motorcycle or a car is a huge investment.
Definitely.
Like it should not even be 2 times. It should be 3 times. Like if you can't buy it 3 times, you should.
That's what I was thinking in my head too. Yeah, like 3 times over.
Yeah, so
Because you gotta have money for if the break or you crash it or something. I'm saying for it to be replaced, then that's half of what you already paid for. Definitely.
Do you make an effort to give a certain percentage of your income away?
What do you mean give it?
No,
So, like-
I don't make an effort to.
So like,
But if somebody asks for money, I'll give them money. Like I don't have a set amount of money that I set aside to be like, okay, I'm giving this money away.
so what I'm talking about with giving away is it's like, so one probably to God, to the homeless, to whoever, like a charity, whatever. Your family just giving money away. That's what I'm talking about.
Nah.
I don't have a set amount.
Yeah, no set amount.
I don't have a strict amount of what I give away.
Yeah, I feel like it would feel better if it's not forced too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you know every Friday you get paid, you set aside that money. That's like, you know you're giving away that money every Friday. I feel like I would feel better if it was a situation somebody was down bad.
It's spontaneous.
Well, I'm not
Yeah.
saying I'm not saying like
Spontaneously.
you literally set a part of a check. I'm saying like okay, we're investing right now. If I make $1,000 profit on a trade, I'm like, okay, I'm giving 20% of this away just because like I've been so blessed. I'm not saying like every a piece of every check you got to give away, but I'm saying like if you feel abundantly blessed, like okay, yeah, you just got like some good change in your pockets.
Yeah.
You feel the need to give some of that away. Do you feel the need to give some of that away?
I don't feel the need, but honestly, I'm not against it. Like I said, money don't mean nothing to me, so
It's the right thing to do.
Yeah, it's the right. Yeah, it's just like it is what it is at the end of the day with that.
for like when I was doing plumbing, like so I was making a lot of money. So like I would literally just keep stacks of 5s. I would give because you working in the city, homeless everywhere. I'd literally probably give about $10 a day out to the homeless. So homeless or the squeegee boys, just I was just doing it because I'm like, all right, I'm making this. I'm working pretty hard to get it, but it's like, all right, I don't need all this at this point. You know what I mean? It's best if I do it. And this is before I even found like God truly. So it was like, it's still just out of my goodness heart just helping out, but not like 10% of my income is strictly gonna go to homeless. You know what I mean? Now I'm gonna make that effort to really give 10% to God, but it's like it's not gonna be like a strict thing. Like
They said like I'm giving as I see fit and what I'm comfortable. I'm giving. Like that's basically what I would do.
What can you do? Basically, like when you get older and you have a family, what can you do to make sure that you have a financially sound household?
I teach them the tools. That's all you can do. But you learn, you gotta expound on that and pass it on to your children. Like, that's like, and not only them, but like the next of kin, like the next what's the word? I have a brain fart. Next what's the word? Bro?
Generation?
Yeah.
next of kin.
Yeah, next generation. Yeah, that's what I meant. I can't think of the word. Yeah, next
To
generation.
me, it's just a little bit. It's a little bit more than that because my dad, he's good with finances. I don't think he might know more than I know currently, but
Pretty
it's
sure he
not
does.
not more in the investing world.
Are you creeping up on him or no?
Oh yeah, definitely.
He knows a lot financially, like what goes into businesses, like running business, all of that. But the investing world, I know more than him. So he taught me a little bit about investing, and like he gave me some keys and stuff. Like, okay, this is what you should be doing with your money. But for me, with especially with teens and whatnot, it's more than that. Because I can sit down, if I have a kid, I can sit down with my kid, tell him this. But at the end of the day, it's his money and he's going to do what he wants. So if I actually sit down and we look at his bank account, tell him, okay, yo, this is where you should take this amount of money and put it here, and not make him do it, but just like, yo, this is what you have. I see what you have. You should put this amount of money here. We could set you up here, and I'll give you some. I'll put down on top of your investment money, and I'll match it so you can be even more motivated to invest or
like,
do whatever.
Yeah, I feel like I agree with you that. Like, I feel like you can teach a kid something, but you at that age, young age, you ignorant as hell, so you disregard everything your parents pretty much tell you. You gonna do what you want to do with your own money, especially when you
what's
earn
that
it.
saying?
in
You
your
can
own
walk
way.
a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Yeah,
That's what it
but
is.
I feel like if they would have done something like that to me, like my parents, I feel like I probably would have like, a lot more money this day. Like, you know what I'm saying, because they were pretty much just trying to tell me save it, but not really much to do with it. So I
Not
felt
to
like,
grow it.
yeah, I feel like at that age, I felt like if it's just sitting there, why the fuck is it just sitting there? Why the fuck I can't spend it? What it's going to do? It's going to keep sitting there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, in my household, I would do what you said, but at the end of the day, if he saying with
I'm not
money,
gonna make you do nothing.
you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna have his back regardless, but yeah, I'm not gonna make you do nothing with your money. I felt like in a lot of ways when parents try to make you do certain things with your money too, I feel like
turn the other way.
yeah, it makes you turn the other way, like even more. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you ignorant. You know, like tell me what to do with my money.
Yeah, for
like,
real.
Yeah.
I make this shit myself. Like,
You wasn't out there with me. For real, for real. Yeah, you want to tell me what to do. So yeah,
Wayne.
I feel like
I don't have to answer everything question.
yeah.
Yes, you do.
What was you ready to say?
I was gonna say, in black households, I feel like more freedom is needed, especially with things like that. Like, basically, like express yourself and figuring things out on your own, rather than being told what to do and what not to do. Because I feel like that takes away a lot from potential growth and personality building. Yeah. So, well, it's most abundant in black households. I feel like people always like trying to tell their kids what not to do and how to act certain things that way. You know what I'm saying?
That's when the problem
That's
starts.
that's the
That's
thing.
why pastors-
Your parents,
You limiting your children.
especially black parents, they tell us, yo, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Okay, you should, as a parent, one, you should already know, if you told me not to do something, I'm going to try to do it because I need to learn the lesson myself.
Yeah.
And two, you're not telling me what to do. You're telling me what not to do.
It's like putting your hand on a hot stove. You ain't going to know till you touch it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, parents really don't tell you what to do. They tell you what not to do.
yeah.
Don't go there. Don't do that. They don't ever say do this. You know what I mean? In a sense.
Yeah.
So, the basis of this podcast is just talking about finances, what you can do with your money, especially at this young age. You wanna be able to put your money to work and make it work for you. Every dollar that you have it's a worker, basically. It's an employee. You should be making it work for you in some way, somehow. But the best time to invest is when you're young, and pretty much right now, your income is pretty expendable. None of us really have too many
Bills.
They don't exactly. We don't have that many people waiting on us to come home with a paycheck or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
provide.
like most of the stuff we buy right now, is stupid stuff.
All once, honestly.
Yeah.
Everything you buy.
Honestly,
right
this is really my biggest advice. Don't invest. Learn how to invest. I promise you. Once you learn,
now. You'll
then
be much better
once
off.
you learn, then you'll
You'll be
decide
much better
when
off.
to invest, and then you'll be way better off. Like, because if you invest now, like everybody says invest, like that makes sense.
No, he's speaking. Yeah, he's speaking facts though.
Like, everybody says invest, and everybody I always knew I was gonna invest, but I was like, okay, I really don't know how, and I always thought, okay, I need to invest. But nobody ever told me to learn how to invest. You see what I'm saying? I had to learn that the hard way. You know, so really learn, and we gonna have a lot more tips coming.
And
How, but
if you think about it, if you haven't been introduced into the investing world, or you haven't been taught how to invest and where to put your money, instead of just like, okay, I get a paycheck, let me put whatever into my savings and just let it sit there. If you haven't been introduced into that, then your parents, I'm not gonna say they haven't done their job, but they haven't done their job. They haven't taught you. They haven't taught you how to be generation. How to
well,
be.
bro, a lot of
Hold
parents
on,
aren't
hold
like
on.
that though.
Look, they haven't taught you how to be generationally wealthy, and that's not a fault to them at
That's
all.
because
It's not a
But,
fault.
yo,
It's not a fault to people's parents. It's
That's
just
not, that's
it's
not
the
a fault
world.
to anybody, bro.
Exactly. It's not a fault that you didn't learn something. You just
they
might
weren't
not
taught
have
either,
learned it.
so.
It's not a problem. I'm saying, but you want to be able to break the stigma
break
or
that
whatever
curse,
it is.
essentially. That's
Yeah,
what it
the
is.
curse
You want to break that curse.
of you want your kids to be able to, okay, yeah, my kids know what to do with their money when they're younger. So when they're 30, they're way better off than some of their friends.
Yeah, knowledge is power.
And you better share it. Y'all have anything else y'all want to say? We can wrap this up.
Man, we gotta do a whole session on how to invest.
Nah, I'm good.
But I'm good.
Yeah.
All right, well, that does it for episode 3 of Just Potting. Once again, today we talked about finances. The next podcast will be coming soon. We've been in quarantine, so it's been a little rough to try to record some.
Hell yeah, we sitting next to each
I
other.
know you doing 6 feet.
I know, bro. I
You doing
forgot.
6 feet. What the fucking
Yeah,
video?
even 6 feet, buddy.
Yeah, it's fine. But hopefully all y'all staying safe and staying clean. Next podcast will be coming soon.